Hey, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. Please feel free to hang around, binge my content, and hit subscribe because there's always new videos on the way. My name is Andrew, aka Gen Z CEO, and in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the real estate service industry, why I'm getting into it, and why I think you should consider getting into it. Most of what I speak about is fairly opinionative, but I do have a deep understanding in and passion for the property industry. I also have a bachelor's degree in property economics. But again, it is mostly my opinion. So let's get straight into this video. I'm fairly confident that after watching it, you will feel much more informed and educated on what the real estate industry is and how you can succeed in it. So yeah, let's take it away. Before we dive into the reasons why you should consider real estate, you need to understand how the service industry works. I'll give you a quick overview. Basically, an agency's primary business is facilitating the transaction of property from seller to buyer. And the other side of things is property management. An agency or agents independently make their money via commission on the value of the property that they transfer. It tends to be relative to the value. So the more expensive the property, the more value you get from the transaction and the service you provide. So hopefully that provides you with some clarity and fills the gaps in your understanding of how the real estate service industry works from a business point of view. I want to talk to you about the industry itself in Australia. It is worth $29 billion, and that number is going up in a linear trajectory, and it has done for the past 20 years. What is very cool and important though is the fact that there isn't any independent player, company, or brand that controls more than 5% of the market share, as opposed to an industry like car sales where it is dominated by a certain number of players. What that means for you is you can make it. It's feasible as an independent to make it successfully in the real estate service industry. And why would you want to make it independently? Well, let me show you why. The person who benefits most in the real estate service industry is the principal of the agency. And the cool part is you can be an agency of one. The next cool part is you can be legally qualified to run and operate your own agency after completing a course that can take 2 weeks. Let me put it into perspective for you. I like doing this because it helps you see, the actual opportunity at hand. Someone will study for 3 or 4 years, spend 30 to 35 grand getting a degree in business, and they will spend their first 3 years out of the industry making $60,000 to $75,000. Whereas a course in real estate will cost you around $1,000 and will take as long as you take to complete it. It might be 2 weeks, or it might be a month or 6 months if you drag it out. But the point is, you can come out of that completely qualified to open your own agency and make an uncapped earnings. It isn't uncommon for people to make upward of $80,000 in their first year of real estate versus all of that study at uni, $30,000 in HECS debt, and you come out into the industry starting at the bottom, making $60K, and you then slowly climb that ladder. With real estate, you can be qualified to start at the top after completing a course and then just building your business down from there. It is super, super undervalued in my opinion. So I'm hoping you can see the opportunity at hand and you're starting to imagine yourself in this role as a real estate agent. Let's go deeper beyond the course, more real world, how you can do it successfully, so successfully that you make more money than you know what to do with. In my opinion, being successful in real estate depends on 3 things: prospecting, sales, and retention. Let's go a bit deeper and we'll talk about how you can master each of those 3 things to succeed at the end of the day as a real estate agent. So prospecting is basically the act of identifying potential clients and turning them into real clients. The old way of doing this in the real estate service industry was door knocking, cold calling, letterbox dropping, all like very out there in the field work sort of stuff. It doesn't have to be like that anymore. Your time is better spent doing this. Building an audience online. These days you can reach people directly and instantly through their phone. And if you're not taking advantage of that, you are losing from the beginning. If your focus becomes putting out good content that educates and entertains, I guarantee it will return much better than you just dropping something in someone's letterbox hoping that they call you asking for an appraisal. Actually educating and entertaining people, being on their screen every single day, it gives you the authority to take them as a prospect and convert them into a client. So what you've actually done is reverse engineered the old process, and you're actually organically attracting prospects rather than going out and trying to get them. If you can master that and build a good audience and your credibility, you will never have to worry about leads or where your next sale is going to come from. The next most important thing is sales itself, and this comes down to you. It comes down to your ability to communicate and your ability to persuade someone to buy your client's property. It is sales. So the third key is retention. The key to building a long-lasting and financially prosperous real estate agency is retaining clients. If you provide an exceptional service, your client will come back for round 2, round 3, maybe even round 4. You're getting commission every time they come back. The other underappreciated aspect of a real estate agency is building a rent roll. This is basically like if you sell someone's property for the sake of an investment, they want you to manage the tenant who is now renting their investment property. You take a cut out of that weekly fee. It might be $10 a week, but if you build a portfolio of properties that you manage, that is a passive income stream for you. Yes, there is work that goes into actually managing the property, but the value you get out of building a portfolio of 100 managed properties totally outweighs the input that you make into managing the properties. That is the passive income stream from the real estate agency point of view. And that is what makes your agency much more valuable at the end of the day if you do want to sell it. And that is an important thing that I want to mention. You can start an agency from nothing, build it up, and then sell it for millions of dollars. Alternatively, you franchise it, like your Ray Whites, your Place, your Bells. All of these agencies probably started as one. Franchise the brand out to people who want to use your new brand, and that also pays you forever. Just to summarize the 3 key areas to focus when you're building your real estate agency: prospecting, sales, retention. Having covered that, I want to give you a brief idea of how you would actually go and do this. First things first, you need to get qualified. I'm doing my course through a company called Validum Institute. They are awesome. By far the best educational resource that I came across. Go do your own research though. However, if you are interested, the link to their website is in the description below. So once you're qualified, it would be wise to go and get some experience in an agency that's operating in the location or near the location that you want to operate in. In many cases, you should go and work for free at an agency and treat it like an internship. That might even turn into a job, but don't go creating your agency and going out independently until you're confident and you have demonstrated the skills necessary to pull that off. I think before you even consider building your own agency, you need to build your audience first. By now, you should be a property specialist. You can share market insights, general knowledge about buying and investing with an audience in your designated area. If you make it entertaining and informative, you will have no trouble building an audience. But remember, it is work. It isn't easy set and forget content. To build an actual engaged audience takes work and creativity. It might not pay you now, but it will pay off in the long run. It's easily the most entrepreneurial thing that a real estate agent can do, is setting time aside to create content that builds an audience which they can convert into leads and sales. So now that you've got your audience and you've got your experience from the agency you've been working at, you're ready to go out and create your own. Do not rush the creation process because you are committing to it forever and you need other people to love the brand as much as you do. Make it memorable and unique. I wouldn't recommend using your name because that makes it really difficult to sell the business down the track, and also it's been done. Come up with something unique that grabs people's attention and holds it. It's important to remember in an industry like real estate, the work never stops. Please don't get into it thinking it's a cruisy lifestyle where the rewards are big and the efforts are low. It is not like that if you want to succeed. To be successful, you need to work, and keep working. But if you're passionate about it and you love it, it will just feel like life and you will be winning. The actual potential to succeed in real estate is huge. You can be as successful as you dream. It's just up to you to go out and pull it off. I really hope you imagined yourself and your life as I went over those things and you're now considering a career in real estate. I personally am doing the course now, so I'm at the very beginning of my real estate journey, and I do plan on documenting the whole process of beginning to end, wherever I pull out. It's going to be pretty exciting. I have big ambitions and I hope you do as well. So that is it for this video. I would love it if you stuck around and hit that subscribe button. I would like it even more if you hit the like button so I know that I'm providing value. And I would love it the most if you dropped a comment below so we can have a conversation. That is all from me. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.